why from which that I have slipped, crawling from the cracks from where I have been, rising from the ashes. It's not the end of everything. Breathe again. Never stand up again. Now be standing like the voice that says the more mistakes are going to erase. But I can stand up again. Never standing like that. Forgive myself for all the flaws that I once had. I can't forget that I am only human. Every point of pressure pushing down on me. Now every doubt is dying that you will see. Stepping through another doorway to leave us out where I have been. I'll take myself out of this again to fill my lungs with oxygen. It's not the end of everything. Breathe again. I will stand up again. Now be standing like the voice that says the more mistakes are gonna erase. But I can stand up again. Instead of standing like grounds. It's not the end of everything. Breathe again. I will stand up again. Now be standing like the voice that says the more mistakes are gonna erase. But I can stand up again. Instead of standing like grounds. Instead of standing like grounds.
That song's awesome.
Yeah, man, I was saying,
Welcome to Acute Mania Live. It's episode 90. I should have some kind of fanfare. Si, what do you got? You got fanfare? Like a horn section or something?
no, sorry.
Welcome to the show. Si from Amplifiers is joining me for this kind of Pittsburghy kind of episode. We have Brandon from Shadow of Corvus. He's there, but there he is. Boom, there he is. He's gonna join us for a little. He just got off of a stream, so he's probably sick of having to look at cameras and doing sound and stuff. But
honestly, this is part of the day job for me. I sit at this desk for hours on end, so I'm kind of used to constantly being in this chair. That's why I got a gaming chair and trying to make this.
I need a gaming chair.
Trying to make this as seamless as possible. But yeah, thanks for having me, man.
I have a Target chair.
We got a couch.
I survived on that for too long.
It's I had to add like throw pillows to the seat because it not because it hurts my ass because it doesn't go up high enough, and like it's adjustable, but in low is like on the floor. I might as well just play like Duck Duck Goose or something. But
yeah,
that's ingenuity at its finest right there, though.
I don't have anybody to play Duck Duck Goose with, so anyway, I got Colony Collapse is on this week from Denver. They're from Pittsburgh, but they are in Denver still. Yeah. They were on. My gosh, it was last April. I looked when I was still doing the show on Facebook.
Wow, yeah.
And there was nothing back here at all. Like that thing was here, but there was nothing. Like there was no banner. It was really. I should have screenshotted it and put it up, but it's on Facebook. But I have all kinds of crap back there now, all the stickers and this thing is still surviving. It did break on right before the last show. It fell off the wall because it's barely up there anyway, but it fell off the wall and just shattered. So I got out the wood glue and the super glue, and I'm over there 5 minutes before it's gluing shit. I was like, this can't happen. It's got to survive because it survived this long.
I mean, it looks great. Yeah,
almost 2 years it's survived. And
it's like a staple of the show now.
It is. Everybody's like, why don't you get an LED thing? I'm like, no, that's fine. Because LED, that's just that's just something else that I don't know.
Let's be
So,
real
well,
here.
welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the show. It's nice to have you. You've done been doing a lot of things since I talked to you last. But I do want to go ahead and thank Motives for being on the show last week. Those guys are really cool. So thanks to them. But yeah, you guys have been pretty busy with videos and new music, and you have a show tomorrow, and you've been playing shows. And what else you got going on? What else you got going on other than the band?
Other than the band, that's a good way to start it off. I don't want to talk about music no more.
You got to be sick of it by now. My goodness.
What we want
Good conversation.
I have a lot going on, but I don't know. This is about you guys. I can talk about myself real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Well, what's the business, guys? My name's Chris, aka Octavius Rex. I'm not in Colony Collapse, so I'll just make that clear right now.
Virtually.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been around them enough where I'm kind of, I don't know. They
Unofficial member / hype man.
He's the ghost in all our music videos.
That's the ghost.
Yeah, that's the ghost.
The reveal. I was hoping the ghost would be on the show.
And here I am.
There's always that one like, yeah, I'm in the band guy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, but good times. I do my own thing. I work with reptiles. I've been doing that for like 9 years. And then, I do a bit of music myself. But yeah, there you go.
Ghost, though. That's important.
Yes, sir.
Like to them.
Yeah.
That's important. You stay on that thing.
Was that New Year's or something where you were sitting on the couch? You had a picture on Instagram with the ghost sitting beside you and watching TV.
Yeah. Super Bowl time.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
It's kind of just like a recurring character on, and the last song on this EP is called "My Ghost." So it's just like we just can't let that metaphor go. Like I've been like, this is the last time, I swear, that I write a lyric about a ghost. Like
we have a little clip of My Ghost tonight to play too.
Yeah.
I shortened it a bit so that way we don't want to give it all away. When does it actually fully come out? Tomorrow?
It comes out at midnight, so if you wanted to play it.
Yeah.
It's a long song. We don't got to hear that.
If you're in Denver, you have to wait longer because it's not 9 there. It's
I think so. 10 Denver time, I think is what it.
Yeah.
I think it all goes off the East Coast.
Does it really? Is that how it happens?
Sometimes it's a little sporadic. It'll be like 9:30 and one song will be up or something, and I'll be like, okay,
just a little lag. It tries to go off East Coast.
Yeah,
time,
it's not exactly like lining up outside of the Best Buy in 2006. Or whatever.
So you realize as soon as you hit 10 p.m. your time, midnight Eastern time, you've got to write another song immediately about a ghost.
Yeah, it's time because I had to wait till this EP was out and then I got to reset.
That's it. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's clear. Like I just met you guys, and now I know that the ghost is it's like the rug in Big Lebowski. Ties the room together. So it's like you can't get rid of the ghost, otherwise the room is not going to look right.
Exactly. That is such a good way to put it.
The ghost is here to stay.
Too bad the band name Ghost is already taken.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I think they have a new album out, don't they?
Change the vowel to a V. That's the cool thing now. It doesn't even matter if it doesn't look like an O anymore. Just
take the H out and GOST. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That new single that they dropped today though was not what I was expecting it to be. Or I guess maybe it was yesterday.
Who, Ghost?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that one yet.
I haven't heard it.
It's called 20s. I'm thoroughly convinced that Tobias Forge doesn't know how to release a single anymore.
Really?
Because if these are Call Me a Little Sunshine, Hunter's Moon, and 20s are like the best songs that they can make, that they could put out as singles, then I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this record.
I'll have to see for myself.
Yeah, you big Ghost guy?
Yeah, I've been following them for a lot of years.
You like Zombie Queen? I listened to that song like years and years ago. That's a good one.
Love Zombie Queen.
Yeah.
Festissimum is like prime Ghost.
Yeah. That's when I got into him.
I just now started listening to Loathe.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I really like them. They're it's good stuff. It's chill.
Yeah.
Them, and then you know how on Apple Music, I don't know if you guys are on Apple Music, but on Apple Music at the bottom, after you scroll through the person's page or whatever, it'll say similar artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, on Loathes, there was a similar artist, and they're called Some. I guess that's how you say it. It's SOM, but they're pretty good. I don't know if they're
Som, yeah.
Some, but they're really good. Do you know them, Si?
Yeah, they're buds of mine actually.
Really?
Yeah. A bunch of those guys were in a bunch of other bands a few of them were in Junius, and I used to kick around with Junius a lot. So
Get them on the show, man. Come on.
they're freaking great, man. They're all wonderful human beings too.
Dope.
Any more word on playing with spotlights? Side and the amplifiers we're going to play with spotlights. What was it, last month or something like that? And
Yeah, it was supposed to be
Playing
what
with
us, Everyone Hates Everything, Spotlights, and Eternal Sleep, and we were super looking forward to that show. And then we ended up having to get it canceled, but we want to get it back to get back on the books with it. So hopefully sometime in the relative near future. I know that they're going to be coming through town with Shiner actually, which is sweet for them. I think relatively soon. So hopefully, maybe a couple months after that, we'll see.
Hey, can you out in Denver? Can you guys see the what is it called, the Aria? What's it called? Si?
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah,
No,
can you
it's
guys see that out there?
No, yeah, we're not that far north. In fact, we're
Apparently
more
Si was
southern
in that
than
part of
you are,
Pittsburgh.
I think.
Well, I think actually last year there was some crazy solar storm where like for one of the first times the aurora was visible from Denver, but we got lucky and had a cloudy night and weren't able to see it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like if you go to the Arctic
No,
Circle.
you might have had to be up even like up in the mountains.
Yeah, less
Yeah.
light pollution.
It's a little bit of that Pittsburgh weather following you guys.
Yeah, it always does fall. Every time I talk to someone back home, they're like, well, the weather's this. And I'm like, yeah, it'll be warm in a couple of days, which isn't really true. It's not really how weather works. But lo and behold, they're always like, how did you know that? And I was like, because I was sitting on the porch talking to you and it was 60 degrees. Like the weather to me goes that way. And like I said, it's not how it works, but it is.
It's kind of how
it's
works.
kind of how cold fronts work. Yeah. But yeah.
The thing about Pittsburgh weather is that you always have to kind of like carry everything in your car because you walk outside and you never know what the hell you're going to deal with.
It might just be like the climate we're living in these days
That's
in the
what they
world.
say about here too.
Mhm, that's what they
And
say.
sometimes it can be like especially in the wintertime, be like 40 degrees in the morning. And then, when you get home and taking the trash out at night, in the afternoon, it's 10. You know what I mean? It's like, what happened here? I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be like 10 or 15 tonight, and then by Sunday it's going to be 70. So
There it is.
Saturday,
Because it's
76
70 here
on Saturday.
today. So that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. By Sunday,
Yeah,
it's-
The weather guy is just like reading off his grandma's Powerball numbers at this point.
pretty much.
he says it's gonna
Yeah.
snow here this
No,
weekend
that-
too.
yeah,
so
let me
that's-
look at the weather real quick.
Yeah, so
Hang on.
so the warm's going up there and the cold's coming down here.
Yeah, look at that Saturday, Sunday snow.
That's crazy. It's real. It goes in cycles. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It's going to be 76 here.
Come on.
So my wife is originally from Australia, and before she moved here, I was like, listen, you have to know something about Pittsburgh. The weather, you're never going to know what the hell is going to happen. And I mean, she has no problems with weather for the most part. And then she got here and she's like, I had no idea
Yeah.
what the hell is going on here.
you can't really explain it to anybody, really.
Mm-mm.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like the bridge coming out of it's like coming out of the tunnel
Yeah,
and
coming
knowing
out.
where you need to go. It's like that. Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Going into Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. Stay far left from the North Shore. Stay far right for 376. Down
Brandon, when I was coming back from your all show, when I left, because we stayed in at Pittsburgh Mills.
Yeah.
Oh
and
really?
the way my GPS took me out was, I guess, through the city. Like I came in through Uniontown, but going out, it's more confusing going back through the tunnel than it is coming out. You have to get all the way in the left lane.
All the
If
way
you're
left.
not all the way in the left lane, you're not going through the tunnel.
Not to the airport. Yeah, no. if you
That's
go-
the beauty of traffic here and the way that the road structure is. It's a very sink or
And they
swim
can't change
kind of structure.
yeah, but
You
people
miss your
know-
turn, you're going to West Virginia, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
that's where I was
much.
We'll
going,
turn for the next
trying to go.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
When the fuck did I end up in Baltimore? Like
I end
all I
up
was trying to do was go see
Why
my
am I
man
back
in
in New
Homestead.
Kensington? Why am I on the strip district? It's like, yeah, and nobody's friendly. They see your tag, it's West Virginia, and they don't. Well, that guy's.
Oh yeah, that's because
Put him
hell.
over.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Invisible Rob.
Invisible Rob.
Yeah, he's he's here, but he's
Yeah.
kind of like the ghost, but only he's.
I was gonna say he's got his own ghost.
he doesn't wear a sheet. He's.
I was gonna say that's either very well done shadow that you had over your camera frame, or that's another person.
It's Invisible Rob.
Yeah.
It's him. You didn't meet him. He wasn't at your all show, but he was with me. Was that last weekend we went?
A couple days ago.
No, it wasn't a couple days ago. It was last weekend with Fall of Babylon and
Ire, yeah. I remember singing about that.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. First time meeting all those guys in person too. I've had all of them on. Fall of Babylon's they're really young, but they're going to be really good. You know.
Agreed. We my band Shadow of Corvus played with them whenever Logan, their vocalist, was in a band called Crusade Ablaze. We opened up for them and Desolence at the Funhouse at Mr. Smalls, and that was a killer time. That was like the first show we did after we released our record last year.
Yeah.
We should play together in Pittsburgh
Yeah, you guys
sometime.
know all about that place. Huh?
We should play Funhouse one of these days.
You need to
Definitely
come
trying
back.
to get back there. Every time we come back, we get a pretty good draw because it's always been a couple of years. But like, I feel like we keep playing this. Yeah, well, we keep playing like this. I don't want to play the same show again. You know what I mean? Like, but honestly, the longer I'm away, the more I'm like, damn, who's like playing around? I don't even know any bands anymore.
You need to go to New Kensington and play the Preserving Underground.
Yeah. They changed it from Preserving Hardcore, huh? Preserving Underground.
I don't know. Did they? Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that they got like more lights and more of a stage. I've been there before for like, I mean, it was like just straight basement shows. And
They ran out of hardcore bands.
I think they just wanted to make it more of like a, just underground. in general.
Yeah. No, that's
It's
sick.
really cool that they have like a little store where you can buy like records or like CDs and like there's like
that's
rare posters, but it's like specified to hardcore metalcore stuff. Like where could you go find some of those CDs in a retail setting except for there? It's pretty cool what they're up
Maybe
to.
occasionally one pops up in Jerry's records.
You're right, but really realistically, even if you wanted to go track down like a System album that isn't Toxicity or something, you might have to go look and maybe that's not a great example. They're pretty huge, but like you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like Preserving will literally have everything separated out from like sludge metal to death metal to grindcore to porno grind to hard rock to new metal, which I remember whenever we played there, I couldn't help but laugh because they had Disturbed's Believe in the new metal section, and I looked at my vocalist. I'm like, Cameron, how do you feel about this being in the new metal section? And he's just like, shut up.
What would you call them? Like early? I mean, they're kind of new metal.
I would say new metal.
Like the
kinda have,
Sickness
like,
was new metal, but
Yeah,
they got out of that real fast.
It evolved. Once 10,000 Fists came around, then it was
Banger album, by the way. We
great
just
album.
had that
Yeah.
on.
Oh, I love 10,000 Fists.
That was a good one. The Land of Confusion cover was my favorite song of theirs for a long time.
Speaking
I don't know.
of banger albums, I want to play one of your songs real quick here.
Oh yeah, play it. I mean,
You guys have a banger album coming out at midnight here and at 10 o'clock there.
Hell yeah.
Are you excited about it?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple streams myself, so I don't wake up to zero of them. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm excited, man. It's been a long time coming.
Oh, geez, I totally have never done that before.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm excited though. I'm excited. The songs that are left over are a little bit of curveballs. It's not a lot of. I feel like the 3 singles were the metalcore songs on it, so it was a little stupid the way that we like put it together. But no, I am excited. We've been working on the EP a long time, so it's good to finally have it out, ready to share.
Yeah,
And some fantastic videos too. I want to talk about that here in a little bit too.
Okay, good.
Video ideas because it racks my brain how bands come up with the things that they do for videos and stuff. But I got Empty Mirror queued up here. What's Empty Mirror about? Is it about a mirror that's empty?
Yeah, no, Empty Mirror is definitely. Well, that's the ass beater for sure. I like that one. That song, that's about some past trauma and how mending and isolation and just kind of being off by yourself is the only way I know how to deal with that kind of stuff. Is just you sometimes just lock yourself in your room and you gotta go through it and come out the other side. So it's just a bunch of angry lyrics in there.
I think you could have just said ass beater and then just stopped right
Yeah, I
there.
could have just stopped.
You almost made us sound cool for once.
Damn. That's what I
Let's take
said.
a listen to Empty Mirror by Connie Claps.
Ooh, I like that bass tone.
Always left unsure, can't share myself with you. Mend in isolation, it's all I ever knew. In this moment, I have to choose to let myself begin or lose. Always left unsure, can't share myself with you. Mend in isolation, it's all I ever knew. In this moment, I have to choose to let myself begin or
Midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight. You can have the whole album. I mean, that one's been out, right? But
Yeah.
see, what was the first one that y'all released from the EP? Was it The Love That Remains? The Ghost
Yeah,
one?
that was first. Mhm.
Yeah.
That was second. Empty Mirror was
We'll play that
second.
next. We'll play that next. But what was it? I was looking at the chat. You guys were chatting.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Desperation.
My
of
ass
Your
is
Voice during
beat
that
right
little
now.
break. Yeah. I said the desperation of your voice during that during that little break was clutch. It wasn't clutch. It was Colony Collapse. Damn it. Get it right.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
That was the last thing that I played on Facebook before I switched to YouTube was clutch. That's when Facebook finally realized I was playing copywritten music.
Ah, you got sucked.
Oh,
It was a
no.
clutch
Yeah.
song. It was I can't fucking remember the name of that song. Space something.
Space Grass?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Terrific song to be kicked off of Facebook for.
Hell yeah.
That's funny.
They're like, if you don't take that down, we're gonna own your episode. I was like, we'll take it. Take the whole thing. What? Get off there. Okay, I forgot to turn my notifications off. Anyway, back to the podcast.
Man, the bass sound on that is just spectacular.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Try to
Ding
keep
walls.
it. Yeah, ding walls and tuning low, man. That one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a pretty low C sharp that you guys are hitting there. Are you using nines or are you are you using octave effects?
We're on 8 strings in D sharp with the one full tone pitch effect. Yeah. We just use
That's killer.
Yeah, just the Digitech.
Yeah, the Digitech drop tune.
Yeah, so we're usually in D sharp, but sometimes I'm like, we'll go down we'll go to double drop C sharp. You know what I mean? We'll go down like that.
There's some parallax cleans going on there too. Whew.
Yeah, man. Yeah, trying to mix it up. I don't even know, but you got a good ear on that C sharp, or did you check on that?
No, I actually have perfect pitch.
Perfect pitch. I was gonna
That's
ask.
crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That and I've heard like that so heavily distorted, like like a C sharp so many times.
I mean, C sharp was the go-to when we were, one step closer, and I think all of the Mice and Men self-titled is C
Probably.
sharp before they go down to C on the fly. There was just like C sharp's a classic.
Yeah, especially for the kind of stuff that you guys are playing. Just from what I heard from that single, yeah, that sounds killer.
Thanks. man.
Self-produced.
Yeah, you said we didn't mix it, but we did do the stems and everything. Yeah, self-produced. Yeah.
Nice guys.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Fuck
Yeah, and there's videos for. Are there videos for every song on the EP?
every song on the singles. Yeah,
Not for.
I mean, not all the ones that are gonna release.
all the ones that are released have one. Yeah, but the 2 that are coming out at midnight are just gonna do their audio thing.
I was kind of researching Zoom on YouTube. It was weird. How to share the music videos. That way I could play the music videos on the. I need to do something other than just have everybody sitting.
Yeah, that would be cool. Mhm.
So I'm either gonna do something like that, and then when there's not like a music video, then do like a almost like a PowerPoint thing, just where there's something on the screen other than us sitting here. But
Yeah.
I mean, people get to
In the
look at
Zoom
us.
call, you can go down to share screen, and then you could just designate whatever you're sharing. So if you have a YouTube
Yeah.
link open, you could just share that. But I don't know if it's going to take the audio. You might have to route that kind of differently.
Well, yeah, you can. There's a option. There's like a check mark thing when you go to share.
Oh
it.
yeah, original sound. I
There's a
keep
whole-
forgetting about that.
Yeah, and then also this is. I mean, what happened? Something happened. I think I spit in the microphone and it shorted. No, there's a like every show is like innovation for the podcast. Like I learned something every time. Anyway, I can AirPlay a second camera like off my phone, and I can use that for like the sharing thing. That way I don't have to. I don't know. I need employees to do this for me, so I don't have to worry about it.
Just turn everyone into a potato and be done with it. Just watch the chaos ensue.
Yeah.
What are you paying for employees? I'm not making shit money.
I actually had a couple ads on Facebook when I was doing it on Facebook for somebody just to help me with the social media stuff. I mean, having to go and post to everything sucks, and making sure everything's set up. I don't know. It's just I got myself into it. It's fun.
90
take-
episodes.
Just take a phone and just hold it real close to the camera like that and play the video.
I've
like
done that. I used to hold the phone to a microphone. That's how I before I had Zoom. That's how I did the interviews.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
That's funny.
I mean, hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're just making it work, you're putting in the time and you're just improving. Yeah, I
I am
mean,
putting the
as long
time,
as
yeah.
it's bringing fulfillment to you, man.
It is. It's fun. This is like I said. This is episode 90. So I don't know what I'm going to do for 100 yet. I got to do something spatial. But tomorrow, I'm starting to get like during the pandemic and stuff, I really couldn't have people here just because nobody was really going anywhere. Everybody was too afraid, and But tomorrow. I have Intoxicated Zen. They're from Morgantown. They're going to come down and play in my living room on the show.
That's
That'll be badass.
Oh yeah.
They've scheduled before. They were supposed to come down New Year's week, but they two of them got the plague, so they couldn't come down for that either.
That's cool.
But they're gonna. It's tomorrow. So, and then you guys know of them. Rain and Z. They'll be here next Saturday.
Oh, you're busy.
They will be here next Saturday. Yeah. Then I can kind of just relax because I'm kind of stressing. I'm just starting to stress a little bit. Like everything's gotta sound good. Because Rain and Z was on. They were like the fifth guest I had on when I first started. I did we pre-recorded that one, didn't we, Rob? That interview, yeah. So and it was just kind of chunky, and it just wasn't. I didn't know what I was doing, and so I want this to go perfect. And they're gonna do something. I can't say what they're gonna do, but they're gonna do something they've never done before, and that's what they're telling their people to. So that's next Saturday at 4. So 2 your time if you want to watch.
Dope. Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Or if you want to co-host, that'd be cool.
Co-host.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey Brandon, what was your stream about tonight? You said you were streaming earlier.
Yeah. I recently just started a Twitch channel, not only just for myself, that's at Dark and Haze 117, but I also started a Twitch channel for the band at Shadow of Corvus Band, and this is really just kind of my first time on Twitch. I was just doing like a mix breakdown because a lot like Colony Collapse, you guys are self-produced, but you just like kind of send everything out for mix and master. I do everything in house, so I was doing a mix breakdown of the first single that we put out last year called Night, and I got a little too far into the weeds, but hey, like you mentioned earlier, this is a learning process. So Twitch is still a very new platform to me. So like
it's
the
a good
concept of
platform. I've tinkered with it a little bit just to maybe think about going over to that. But I mean their interface, their options and the way their setup is really it's made well.
Yeah, I've thought about multi-streaming to both like Twitch, YouTube, and maybe like Facebook or Instagram, just to like bring awareness to like, hey, I'm doing this now.
Don't go to Facebook. You don't need to go to Facebook. Nobody's on Facebook anymore.
That's fair. But yeah, I did a mix breakdown of our first single we put out last year.
That's cool. Yeah, we tried to get into it too. It's tough though, man.
It's
It's like
say we spent a whole bunch of money on knowing
We spent
like
some
capture
money-
cards and like
Yeah.
effects decks, and that was 2 years ago. It hasn't
well, we
been
still
touched.
have them. It wasn't 2 years. It was like a year ago. Because they gave me I did like this. It's a long story, but we're gonna get started
Take
one
your
of these days. One of these days, man. So that's cool. You do. I mean, I like your setup. I like the high camera and the mic, and I mean, it looks legit.
Well, thanks, man. I
Should
appreciate
put my-
that.
Should I put my MacBook up on the ceiling then and shoot down? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm actually using
Rob,
my
hold this.
iPhone.
Oh no
Rob,
shit.
come here and hold this. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
Rob hold
yeah. Because I do all my streams through OBS. There's a cool app on the App Store just called Camera for OBS, and I think now they make you like pay a subscription fee. But since I was like one of the early adopters, I got grandfathered into it. But it's cool. You can basically use your iPhone just as a camera source in OBS. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I have my MacBook down here, and I can monitor everything. Just have my 7B going through my interface.
You need to come down here and set this up for me, because this is not working out for me.
Everyone's
I
setup
immediately
is
feel
their own,
so
man.
behind the times.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just a slow learner.
How do you?
How's that camera app working for you, man? Because we definitely tried to use that for when we first
We were
tried
trying to do
Twitch
multiple
once,
angles. Yeah.
and we tried to use that camera app, but the phone just got like so hot and the frame rate would drop to like 2 FPS. It just like would not work for us.
It's working pretty well for me. I'm not doing like a wireless connection. I'm going straight lightning to USB, so that has the lowest latency on it. So I basically have like a phone mount on a boom stand like above my monitor here, and then I have my key light up here, and then a boom arm stand for my 7B.
Good old wires, man.
Mhm.
You have one of those? You have one of those ring lights?
Yeah, I have a an Elgato key light that's like right up here, and the cool thing about it is that it's Wi-Fi. So from me sitting here, I can just adjust the brightness.
Oh,
Wow.
And then I could change the color temperature. So like this is completely dead white, and then I could warm it up if like the lighting calls for it.
Been thinking about getting one of those ring things, or one of those like you have also. I've been looking at those. I need to get all kinds of things. I don't know.
You can
Enough
get
about the
one at
show.
Home Depot for like $20.
What is it?
You can get one at Home Depot for like $20.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
Home
that's where I
Depot.
got mine.
I need to get some. I mean, I have lights. You know, like I have 2 lamps and then a big like one of those what do they call them, floor lamps that they're tall. Got one of those over there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of of the mindset that video and like lighting is important, but audio is the most important thing.
Yeah,
I got you.
I had a tough time.
If
with
your
that.
sound sucks, especially in like a live stream video like this, then
Yeah,
people
no,
are gonna instantly be turned off of that.
Well, yeah,
Especially
they,
when
they
the
can't
mix-
hear you.
Yeah.
Like you guys couldn't hear me earlier, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I want to go to the ghost song, the one where the ghost is the
Yeah,
star.
which one? Yeah.
Well, well, the one where his picture is on the front of it. So
Yeah, sure.
Love That Remains. Now this is this the one that was released recently? The video for
No, that was Dead Cellar.
that's what I thought.
Ghost
But that
in
has
that-
ghosts in it too. That has
It's been it's a running theme. I'm into the metaphor, the whole sheet thing, the whole being able to see your feet under there, the ability to take the sheet off. Like it's a classic one. I was into it for this whole record. And yeah, it's on the cover
yeah.
of Love the Remains video, but that music video doesn't have the sheet ghost. It focuses more on like people, and those people appear and disappear throughout it. It's supposed to be ambiguous, but the other two, we just like walked around in sheets. People thought we were the Klan for a minute. Actually,
true story.
we didn't even think about that. We were like, "Damn,
Did
that's."
you just like walk into a diner or something, sit down, and have dinner with your sheets on?
I was like
Yeah.
waving at people. You know what I mean? Like I
That would be the
didn't
shit.
even. I thought it was obvious, but when you're driving the car, I guess with
We
the
were-
eye holes.
Yeah, we
He
were
drove a
standing
car.
over we were standing this overpass on a big freeway, and like like the guy who does the videos, the cameraman was like way far away getting the shot.
Yeah, so you
he was
couldn't
like-
see him.
So he was like, just stand there and watch the cars go by. So people thought that we were the Klan, like just saying something or whatever. And then a cop pulls up on us and like, what you guys doing?
He knew we were up to something. He was like, "Hey, what do you guys
Oh,
think?"
yeah.
We were like, "We're filming a music video," and he was like, "Oh, fucking rock and roll!" Like, go into it. So it turned
Did
out.
he
okay.
appear in the video? You should have.
No, we thought I definitely would.
dragged him in there.
Like, can you say something like for our Instagram? Like, pull out your pistol and fire it in the air and be like, "Go, listen, man, can you hear it?"
Wild West.
I mean,
He
you guys
probably
are
would've lost
in
his job.
Denver, you said, right?
Yeah, Denver.
Oh man, so what you needed to do is you needed to have that guy roll up just straight up South Park style and just be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
That would have made a lot of people's lives right there.
Yeah.
I really think he would have done anything too. He was so stoked, like on the whole thing. Like we were supposed to email him the video. Actually, he gave us his card. I never did
We were
that.
supposed to email.
You better do it.
Yeah, I should do. There was like a couple people we met because we were up in like the mountains for that. So we met a lot of just old fashioned people who were like, yeah, I got an email. If you send it to me, I'll check it out. But it's not like they were getting Facebook targeted ads for this metalcore video. So.
Well, let's take a listen to Love That Remains.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lives are lived, not missed. I am too wisdom what I think. Extendless execution. It fulfilled the need to sing. So longing for what is fabrication. Melancholy, nostalgia. Paths I haven't taken. Can't you see in colors all the world dark as you breathe and suffer tonight we're worlds apart. All pleasure you suffer and I'm meant to enjoy. Breathing sulfur, tonight we're worlds apart.
It's a goddamn hit.
We poured a glass of wine. Woo!
I'm out of breath just listening to it. What did you say on their side? You said some clan tight separation in the guitars.
Is that what you said? Oh, I keep not reading that. No, clean type.
Oh, somebody.
I thought you said clan.
Nope, not clan. That's the second time this year that somebody comes.
Accusing Colony Collapse of being the
I even know better too, damn it.
Well, we were just talking about the clan, so it would fit. You missed that one. Bud. I don't know who these people chatting on the YouTube are. What does VUR mean?
I don't know. Wait, are these people
In the YouTube chat? It's
Oh,
Adriana Jean. Do
hey,
you know
you-
anybody named that?
say it again?
Adriana Jean?
No, but
Mm.
Adriana, hi.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I don't know who it is, but she says VUR period with ver.
I think it's
FYI. I have no idea what that means.
Ver. You know what I mean?
I must have forgot to change the. Oh wait, we have a hey.
Hey,
Hey. Hey. I don't know.
you already know. You guys. You know where to find me. Off-
Yeah,
off-
yeah. You know where, he's the guy with where's the sheet around town.
Nope.
Those days are over.
That guy.
I've changed, brother.
Hey, let's listen to the one that's not gonna be released until midnight. But
You want
but
to?
just listen to it.
What do you got? A
Just have
clip
like
of it? You said.
like 1 minute, 1 minute
Okay.
clip
Yeah, let's do it.
of my ghost.
Very important that you hold your glass of wine while this is playing.
Yeah, this is a soft one.
or hold your lighters in the air, something like that. I don't know.
Definitely.
My phone's up there, so I'm fucked either way.
I'd love you guys' feedback too. No, not a lot of people have heard this one, so definitely
It's
respect all your.
definitely different than the others that I've heard. That was my only feedback earlier. But
Diversity is good.
That's fair.
it is a good song though.
I was never very good at goodbyes. I guess I never had to be until I knew tragedy or trying times. It left me feeling overly wise. I guess sometimes I had to be the oldest of three, brown hair and brown eyes. Caught in the quicksand, you make all these quick plans and just couldn't fix them. All of this, the consequences are getting deeper. Keep all the time I've missed, and I'm feeling the pressure within as you breathe into me. It will bring me back to life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little ballad.
Wait for the rest of it.
It builds up to the end. It's just the distorted guitars come in and stuff. But
I just wanted to just go like all of a sudden you stop and you start going just about something.
I mean,
That's
it could have
what I was
worked.
so waiting.
It could have worked. The challenge with that song was to try not to do that. You know what I mean? And it's funny. I wrote that's an older one. It made its way onto here, but I think I've written that song again since in a way, and I've probably
playing the
I
keys on
remember finishing that and being thinking it was really tough to write because I couldn't hide behind as much like noodling. You know what I mean? But I do think I've come some ways since writing it. But I'm glad it's on the EP. It's a cool timestamp of a moment in time.
Is that the final
Are you
track
playing
of the
the-
EP?
That's the final track. Yeah, it ends on and it's where I got to
It
squeeze
feels
in.
like it.
Yeah. I got to squeeze in some lyrics that, sometimes with the heavier songs, I run out of space or it just doesn't sound brutal. So I'm not going to say it. So I got to get a little wordy and put my finishing thoughts on what the theme of the whole thing was. So I am glad that it's on there, even though I'm sure it'll take a couple people off guard if they're reading the track list and thought that was going to be some blast beats or something.
I feel like that's an unwritten rule though, that you have to bookend, the end of a record EP, and anything that you're putting out with something that's gonna throw somebody for a loop.
Yeah, man. I mean, I in my opinion, emotional. I listen to a lot of extremes. I listen to some pretty quiet stuff and some pretty heavy stuff. I think they're conveying a similar energy. I don't do a whole lot in the middle. I mean, that's kind of in the middle. There were still drums and bass on there. It wasn't that quiet.
There
but,
wasn't.
you know what I mean? Though I feel like really, really sappy, ballady, kind of like emotional songs have a similar, almost visceral energy to what I'm trying to do with like the metal thing, which is just like, damn, this kind of got some like emotion. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm screaming.
Like older Colony Collapse, like some.
Yeah, like This Is the End of Suffering stuff.
Yeah, there's older records that kind of sounds something sort of like that.
That's crazy. Nobody's ever said
guys
that.
have definitely-
That's cool.
Yeah, you guys have definitely you've definitely stepped up the metalcore,
Yeah.
since those albums that because those are that's when I met you guys. Is that your phone doing that?
No, that's a good point though. That was like back then we thought we were writing really heavy stuff. I feel like we were like the Empty Mirror versus Night Lives off that record felt the same when we wrote them. But you're right, we leaned harder into a more down-tuned direction. And yeah, nobody's ever said like that sounds like older Coney Claps to me, just because we haven't been around forever. So it's interesting to hear that. And I agree, it's back on that kind of melodic side. Because there are people who love that record and are like, damn, you guys are yelling a lot these days. Like,
well, I mean, the first one that I heard when you were on the last year, it was Class Cult was the newest.
That's
one.
heavy. Yeah, that was
like,
heavy.
So I was going from like Night Lives to Class Cult, and I'm like, what happened to you guys?
I know, got so angry,
and then all of a sudden you're like you're gothic. It's like what's
so
happened?
Mad at the world. Yeah,
who hurt you?
Yeah.
Who abused you? You know what I mean? Like, no, but it's good. It's good though. But it just kind of threw me for a loop. Then I was just like, what are they? Did they change? What happened here? I just couldn't figure it out. But it's good. And then Paranoia Agent came out. And that's a little bit, it wasn't as mad as Class Cult, but it was still. That was over the summer, I think, wasn't it? Was it? I remember mowing the grass to that song.
Oh yeah, Hank Hill shit. That's fine. Oh man, I'm about to say
made it
that
to my mower playlist.
I'm about to say that on stage tomorrow. I'm be like, you get out your fucking lawnmowers and get this shit going.
Right, get your weed eaters out, motherfucker. Yeah.
Get the fuck up here and get the weed whackers and then whack your best friend in the face.
And then just start the song. That way nobody can. Did he really just say that? You know what I mean? Don't give him time to think about it.
I actually might do that. That's pretty comical to me.
You guys are playing the Orient Theater, right?
The Oriental.
Or
I don't know how long
Oriental
named that, but
okay. I don't know much about that venue, but you were saying in the your Instagram post about
we played there. We opened up for Escape the Fate, Bless the Fall, like a 10-year tour, and it was definitely a cool show. There was seeing kids out in droves for it, and it's a cool venue. It's bigger. It's almost like Small's main stage. It's like similar size. It's probably a little too big for us to generally be playing, but we were like, man, if we stack this lineup with locals and it's an EP release, we all go hard, because I think a lot of bands here are playing the same venues a lot, same way. Like if you've just I played the Smiling Moose 7 times in a row or something. It's almost even hard to sell tickets at that point. You're just like, it's just another one of these shows. So the concept was, if we all banded together and agreed to really slang, that maybe we could get it like 3/4 filled, which would be awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be really exciting. It's better sound, it's better parking. You know what I mean? So we're taking a swing at that tomorrow for sure.
The venue itself is super, super cool on the inside too. Like it's really decorative, and like there's like ornate paintings and little like like wood carvings and stuff all over the place. So it's kind of a vibe. So it's like
a vibe for sure.
It's
Most
like an
importantly, they serve jungle juice.
They have jungle juice too.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we were like, we want to, for the EP release, we want to try that. We want to try that again. So yeah, I don't think they do. Like we got it booked in like September or August, and Loki, their promoter, I don't think had a whole lot going on tour wise at that time, just sort of coming out of like the first vaccination wave. And like he was like very about it, and we were just like, okay, we'll take a Friday in March that the album comes out, and he was like, yeah, cool. And I was just like, what?
That's supposed to be simple.
So I took that as fate.
How's ticket sales going? Are you able to see ticket sale? I don't know how that works. I've never sold tickets.
I've got estimates from a couple bands, and I think we might, best estimate, like best case scenario, there'll probably be like 300 people in there, but I don't think there'll be less than 2. So we'll see what's, and that's not
be a banger though. I wish I could be there, man. I really, you have to
sick.
do an EP release in like 2 years.
Honestly, we thought about doing a dual release, like doing next Friday at like Funhouse or something, but we couldn't get the flights together or anything. It was like,
oh man, you got to get private flights or something.
I mean, it's just like, we'll come home. There's always a good excuse to come play Pittsburgh because we'll make a little money. We'll sell a couple shirts and we'll be able to get back. But couldn't make it happen.
Play with these guys, and
That's most of a lineup right here.
Honestly, we definitely. You guys got to get my Instagram after this. We'll put something together, man. We'll slang.
Get the Arcane guys back at it. They're kind of lagging.
They had a
Well,
quiet.
I was going to see them actually with they were gonna play it at the Underground with Out the Breather and
Oh
Chris
yeah,
was on my
did that get
show, and
canceled or something?
Yeah,
it
it
got
did.
canceled. Yeah, well, it was because of the snow. It wasn't even because of the plague. It was because of
What
the
the fuck?
snow.
Man,
They're
I guess
touring around the country. They're used to the snow by now. They've been to Denver. They've been everywhere. So, but
I've never heard of a show getting canceled due to the snow. I've heard of
I was,
shows
I was
not.
on my way out the door. Yeah, it was.
Fuck.
But yeah,
I almost
But,
crashed in the snow on my way to Ocean State, Alaska, but that shit didn't get canceled. I just turned around a couple years ago. But damn, that's crazy.
I don't want to run out of time, but we got to hear Dead Cellar. That's my song. I always save my favorite one out of the.
Okay.
There's a whole album. I have bands pick 3 songs they want me to play it. I always save my personal favorite for the last one, but Dead Cellar it's got to be my favorite out of the whole.
I like that
so
one.
far. I mean, until I hear the rest of them,
Yeah.
What do you got to say about Dead Cellar?
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I'll let you guys we'll go around the panel, but I do think that was a cool challenge to try to add some electronics in. Big EDM scene out here in Denver. I've been learning more and more about that genre. Didn't know a lot about it back east, and I was like, what if we made a verse with like that fucking build up? You know what I mean? Like, what would that sound like? Because at these EDM shows, they drop into that heavy bass shit, and motherfuckers are going crazy. I'm like, damn, we could put that up in the pit right now. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, you go to a lot of these shows with your girl. Like, the vibe is similar. To the point where in between like dubstep sets, I know that's the wrong word, but they'll be playing like A Day to Remember and everybody's singing in the crowd. And I'm like, oh, wow, there's like a crossover here.
It is pretty crazy. Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of those kids who are at the EDM shows, they're like not kids. They're like, like 25, 30,
right.
whatever.
They used to be.
They listened to that shit 10 years ago or whatever. And now they're like,
Former scene kids. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And they were like I saw a couple shows like recently and they were almost like, not like making fun of it, but it's kind of like a meme. Like they'll just play like Down with the Sickness, like a little bit of it, and then everybody's like, oh shit, and they'll just go like super hard and they'll just have like a big skeleton on a motorcycle on the stage and like just something funny like that, and everybody's like, that's kind of sick.
But
and
to
then
me,
just into a heavy drop.
To me, that means like a little bit of untapped potential there, because obviously that genre is doing a lot better in a shorter time lived than like metalcore really did. As much as I love metalcore and I'm entrenched in it and I'm not leaving, like if there's people who like metalcore secretly and are at these fucking sold out Red Rocks gigs, it's like, damn, man, we need to start communicating with them. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this song was necessarily the way to do that or not, but it was a fun challenge to try to incorporate more synth elements and more like electro.
And it kind of hits you out of nowhere, with kind of how peaceful it is, and then all of a sudden just
Dead Cellar.
Oh yeah. I go nuts every time. Every time. But here's Dead Cellar without further ado. Dead Cellar. Dead Cellar.
There's a part of you that's overgrown. That's overgrown. That's overgrown. That's overgrown. Until it came and let me go. I think it's easier to run and fall asleep into the arms of a lucid dream. Breathe into my reality. You stifle silhouette of moments missed by. There's a part of you that's
That song slaps. I haven't said that in like months, but it slaps.
Yeah, I was reading your Spotify description during that, and you weren't kidding. Architects. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Big time.
I loved Architects growing up, man. They've for a long time I felt like they were like every album was such a different heavy sound. I mean, for the last few since Tom passed away, you know, it's just, they've been doing their thing, which is cool. But like from Hollow Crown to Here and Now to Daybreaker to Lost Forever, I was like, damn, it's like the same thing, but it keeps
Somehow
reinventing it. It's cool. Somebody says, what are we using? Oh yeah. What are we using for amps? Yeah, we let the guys at Atrium Audio who mixed it do the tones. I think they definitely went digital.
Atrium Audio.
Yeah,
Carson
yeah.
and Grant.
Carson and Grant. Yeah. We've done reamping in the past, but in this case, you know, they've got a good enough body of work. I was just like, man, if you guys want to handle your own tones so we don't get any kind of frequencies in the way this is mic'd up or nothing, like, here you go. Go
being
ahead.
so low, I just think there is a point where being digital kind of helps.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go back to reamping in the future and dick around with some stuff, but you know, only if it was like, it'd be fun to go to a real studio and experiment with some different calves, different heads and stuff, instead of like just trying our best to get our rig to sound studio
Yeah,
wise.
no,
You know
we
what I
gotta
mean?
we gotta be with the people
It's-
to make sure the stems get tracked the right way.
It's also nice that, you know, if it's digital, we can just run those tones live, which is
Yep.
cool. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, coming from somebody that like for years and years and years, I was like pure analog, like
Yeah.
toured with tube amps, you know, like said a prayer every time I flip on the
Yeah.
on the standby switch because I could feel current going through you know, through the faceplate of my amp. I made the switch to a Neural DSP Quad Cortex
Oh, did you?
earlier this year, and it's just been like
They're doing crazy work at Neural.
I hate myself for not doing it sooner, just because it makes everything so easy.
They've got room to grow still too. I feel like
Like
they
oh,
have,
yeah.
even come close to their peak.
like I give it 5-10 years, and this the way digital is trending. They're going so stupid lately. Like,
Yeah, it's a behemoth, and I mean, you're absolutely right. Like you get that signature consistent tone that you have on the record, on stage every night. It's gonna sound the same. You're not gonna worry about
Perfect,
tubes
though. It's
blowing,
just way too
stuff like that.
perfect. Way too perfect though. You don't want to
It
be
is
like
perfect, but
Tom
you-
Petty also.
you can run it through like a tube amp or like a cool cab to still get some timbre to it, which is
Mhm.
cool. But
Yeah,
like,
that's what I do. Is I like live. I run it through like a full rig.
yeah,
Still
and then you
sounds-
still get that body and stuff. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
just have the control and the confidence, like you said, that it's going to be consistent and stuff. And plus, like auto patch changes, like it's just great. You know what I mean?
I know nothing about it, that stuff at all.
I mean,
Sounds
that's
terrific.
that's what I do too. Is that all of our all of like the rhythm tracks, because we're just a 3-piece. I'm
Yeah,
doing
totally.
all like the lead and then some of the rhythm guitar parts, but it's just a drummer, me on guitar, and then a vocalist.
Gotcha.
I have everything backtrack using the stems from the record, and whenever I play live, I like the sound of going through a 2x12. So
Oh, there you
I'll
go.
lug the 2x12 around. But if I wanted to go like an HX Stomp or an XFX or something like that, I could.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we run tracks. We used to be a 5-piece, but like I said, we lost a member this year to like, him going to do more production stuff. So we've been running tracks for 2 shows now. We did go and record the guitar. Nothing against using the record stems. I mean, like, I think we actually do that for 1 or 2 songs, but for all the other ones, I was like, what if we just like tracked a tight take of it, but didn't edit it, so it was still kind of clean, and I tracked it again on a couple for this show. Yeah, it's just, and it's funny because we'll be like sound checking. I'll be like, that's me in that amp, because I'm like, I'm tonight, like secret under the radar fact, like. But yeah, no, I mean, the tracks are cool and they do tighten us up, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, none of us are making a crazy amount of money, so splitting it 3 ways, I'm sure, is dope for you guys, like, yeah,
It has its merits for sure. But making sure that I have everything set the way that it needs to be before we go on stage, it just takes an insane amount of work.
Oh yeah.
We were messing with that all day today. Like we added a track last minute. It's like a medley of songs from the full length. Scott, you know that album kind of well. And we were like, we should bust out a couple old ones. So we made a medley, and putting those tracks together just sucked. That's why we were late to this stream, because we were like
trying to get that to work.
Yeah.
Mason's just like, why
It's
is
more important
I'm going a million different speeds?
Yeah, he was like, my metronome is on occasionally the upbeat and occasionally not. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
Well, I have a lot of experience with setting that kind of stuff up. So if you guys ever need help, feel free to reach out.
Definitely. I might ask you some Twitch questions too. I'm definitely gonna add you after this.
Getting twitchy with it.
That's the pitfall. The pitfall of modern technology right there is you see all the things in front of you and you want to do all the things, and then you have to learn to do all the things.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, big time.
I don't want to learn. I just want to be good at it.
Just wait till you add lights into the mix. When you start programming your own lights into shit, then
geez.
They do lights and everything. Yeah, it's
Lights,
crazy.
we own lights, but we hired someone for this show who we actually bought our lights off of, who has a bigger rig. But like, our lights have a mind of their own, man. Like, I hate those things. But what are you gonna do?
Well, hey, I gotta do a couple plugs, I guess. Plugs. Yeah, plugs. That's glaring a little bit, but it's up on everything. Me and Invisible Rob did an album. It's up on Bandcamp. It's Sanctify on Bandcamp. If you want to get it, it's $1. $1. It's synths and electronic stuff that we put together.
Hell yeah.
We're proud of it.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow is going to be. Robert, are you coming over for the? Are you going to run sound tomorrow? He didn't. He forgot all about it. Tomorrow, Intoxicated Zen will be here in my living room playing their stuff for the show, and then they're leaving and playing a show, and then Saturday they're playing like a battle of the bands kind of thing at 123 Pleasant Street, where the band that went, like, you vote, and the band that wins gets to go to Chicago to play with like the Smashing Pumpkins, and I think Bone Thugs and Harmony is going to be there, which I was like, I'm going with you. Even if you don't win, I'm going. That just sounds. I mean, Smashing Pumpkins and Bone Thugs. I just wanted to see it like on one stage. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so they get to battle thy bands on Saturday, so we're going to kind of promote that heavily tomorrow, so they can get as much votes as they can. But they'll be here tomorrow at 7:00. It was 8, but it's at 7 now. So that's tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Did I say? Yeah, it is tomorrow. I'm all screwed up. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah. It's tomorrow. And then next Saturday, Reign of Z will be here in probably in the living room. Probably in there. It's stuffy and small in this little space here, so I'll just move everything out there. And they're going to do something they've never done before. I know what it is, but I can't really, say that yet. But just tune in and you'll see that's 4:00 next week.
All right.
And I got this new logo thing that I it's like a fathead that you stick to the wall and you can peel it off and move it stuff. I got that, but I get shirts.
Oh, shit.
Shirts.
Oh, that's sick.
So if anybody is interested in a shirt, they do cost money. They're not free. I do give away free stickers and coasters and things, but yeah, the shirts are a little bit pricey. But you guys know, shirts aren't cheap, and they're tagless and they're soft. You can sleep in them.
Oh, the nice guys.
They're very, very soft shirts.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to keep me alive shirt, I don't have them. I mean, I'd have to order them, but
Yeah, I got you. It's drop shipping. Yeah.
these are like, I mean, I just got a sample. I mean, the sample was expensive. I was like, shit, can't afford this merch. So anyway, I do have an extra one. Shipping got screwed up, so I have an extra one. I don't know whether to have a giveaway or like a contest or just give it to Rob. But that's too easy. You know, he's got to earn it.
He doesn't need it. He's a ghost.
I don't think he needs. He's got enough shirts. He needs a white sheet. I'll just give him a white sheet. That'll be good. Hey, Colony, thank you for being on, guys. It's good to see you again a year later. You don't look any different, I don't think. I still have my mohawk. I looked exactly the same. I watched the show from last year, and the only thing that was different was there was really nothing behind me.
Right.
Yeah. So it's good to see you guys again. Have a great show tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Be there, and I know you'll have a lot of pictures and stuff, and videos and shit to post. So I'll be looking
Yeah,
forward.
pleasure meeting you guys, and good luck at your show tomorrow.
Definitely, man.
Thank you.
We're gonna see you guys. We're gonna plan something.
Yeah.
Let's plan it. Let me know, and I'll bring the show to Pittsburgh, and we'll do a big in-person thing
Oh, that'd be cool.
for the show.
Okay.
Cy, thanks for joining us. It was good to have you on, and Brandon also. Thank you guys very much for co-hosting.
Yeah, pleasure's
thanks
all
for having
mine.
me, man.
It's been a lot.
Yeah, it's great to meet all you guys for sure.
Brandon, tell Cameron he owes me a co-host thing.
Yeah, as the due date comes closer, it gets a little harder to get a hold of him these days.
He told me that you and him used to do a TV show or something. What was it?
Yeah, whenever I was a college student, we had a metal radio show called When Metal Rains, and I started that at Clarion University, and I eventually took that down to Cal U with me. I had a lot more success at Cal U, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just us for 2 hours every week, just being like, so what's good in metal these days?
That's I would listen to that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
One recurring thing that I always did was I always tried to find like an 8-bit version of like whatever was popular at the time, and I just like end the shows with that, and then like a Death Clock song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll see everybody in the audience. I don't know, the virtual audience or whatever. Tomorrow at I almost said 4. Tomorrow at 7 with Intoxicated Zen. That's gonna be such fun. But I have their song Mr. Wizard. It's my favorite by them. I'm sure we'll hear it tomorrow too. So join us if you can. You guys will be busy doing your show thing. So we'll talk to you when we talk to you.
Yeah, man.
Totally.
Excited.
Cool. This is Mr. Wizard by Intoxicated Zen. We'll see you tomorrow at 7.
It's not my place, but
Yeah. He says might be another song soon, so we'll see.
yeah, it's not my place to talk about it. I
We're
won't
trying to
leak
follow it
anything,
up
but-
quick for sure. We don't want
Oh yeah.
so,
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. All right. Talk to you guys soon.